Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my team and seeing how well they performed in game week 17. Then we're going to look at the blank game week 18. Now, basically, I got a little bit of an idea. Instead of me just telling you guys which players that you guys should watch out for, which players to kind of transfer in, or showing you guys some drafts, why don't I just sit here and create a free hit draft team for game week 18? I think that would be a little bit more better because I'm pretty certain there's going to be a lot of people that is free hit in, or even people are not free hitting, they are looking for some transfer options, right? Some suggestions, some ideas, and I think it will be quite a good kind of way to kind of like get some ideas. So that's what I'm going to do. So I guess I'll just create like a new series. Let's build a free hit team. Just like one of those let's play things. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I might not be able to get like the best team out, but at least it will show you guys like what my thoughts are. And I think that's always what we want to see, right? Seeing other people's thoughts, seeing what kind of suggestions that they have. But anyways, let's go through my team and seeing how well they performed in game week 17. As you can see, I got 51 points above the average of 48 and I made no transfers. And I was actually this close to remove hvldej from Jamie Vardy. That's the transfer thought that I had in mind, but the more I thought about the fixtures, I kind of changed my mind. I was thinking to myself, do I really need to bring in Jamie Vardy right now? Or do I really want him in game week 19? Well, I want him in game week 19. So I thought, okay, cool. If that's the case, well, I don't have to make that transfer. And then I started thinking a little bit more. I was looking at the Manchester City's fixtures, and I was thinking, okay, they've got a double game week, and I want some Manchester City players. Why don't I give myself the option or the chance to get these players in game week 19, and it might change things around. There's a lot of differentials in that team that could help and maybe score a lot of goals. So I basically banked my transfer. And because all the postponements and other issues, I thought, why don't I just do that just in case? Now, right now, thinking about it, because I banked my transfer and I've got 2 free transfers for game week 18, and if I use my free hit, I'm certain that I will still have 2 free transfer in game week 19. I think the wild card changes that a little bit, but the free hit, I think it's fine. I've got to make sure, but I think it is fine. So if I have 2 free transfers right now, going into the blank game week, if I use my free hit, I think I will still have 2 free transfers for game week 19. I'm certain that it is. If it's not, then whatever, it's fine. I still have the funds to make the transfers that I need. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, I'm around the 580k mark, right? So I'm still really happy. I lost a little bit of the rankings. It's fine. And as you can see, I still have 3 players left. So I've got Robertson, Salah, and Adams. Now, I do not mind if one of these players doesn't play at all, because I have the lovely Soucek on the bench with 11 points. Oh boy. I don't even mind if Salah is benched, and he doesn't come on. That would be fantastic. Or Adams, or Robertson. It's fine. Any of those players will be fine. But I benched him, and you know what? Look, I got some of these points, and I've lost some of these points. I made a mistake. I could have benched Dallas. I could have benched Justin. I don't know what came over me. I actually played Mitchell as well, but it worked out really well. So, but anyways, it happens. Mistakes were made, and we've got to move on. And one of the transfers that I did last game week was I removed Kevin De Bruyne, which was a good move because the game got postponed for them. And I brought in Song. The only reason I brought in Song because I wanted to captain him in the next 2. And I wanted to kind of like hold my rank as much as I can, because if I didn't have Song and I had Kevin De Bruyne, I don't think I would have captained Kevin De Bruyne against Chelsea. So it was a good move at the end, but I do want Kevin De Bruyne back. Let's go through the team. Martinez with 3, Justin with 1, Dallas with 4, and Mitchell actually played and kept a clean sheet. Song with an assist and a goal, perfect. And as you can see here, Fernandez is doing what he does, scoring a goal, 10 points, which is fantastic. Calvert-Lewin is got to go. Bamford, in another day, they could have scored a few goals, And as you can see, yeah, I've got Justin there as well. So Robertson, Salah, and Adams yet to play. So I can still get up to that 60, so maybe even 65, depends if there's a goal or 1 or 2 returns. That could happen. That could happen. And, you know, if one of the players doesn't play, then I'll get Souček off the bench, and that'll be incredible. But anyways, that was my team. That was for game week 17. I'm quite glad I banked the transfer. I need to make sure that I still got my 2 free transfers when I activate my free hit for game week 18 to get my 2 free transfers back for game week 19. I hope that's the case. I think it is, but I've got to make sure because we always get confused. But let's have a look at my team. As you can see, I've got Martinez, I've got Mitchell, I've got Fernandez, Song, I've got Calvert-Lewin and Basuma. That is 6 players. And that is it. 6 players. That goalkeeper is not going to play. Basuma is not going to play. That's 5 players. I doubt that Mitchell is going to play the next game. And plus it's against Arsenal. So let's just remove him. That's 4 players. That is not enough. And the only reason that I got this team like this now is because I planned for the double game week. I didn't plan for the blank game week. And I didn't get half and half. I just didn't care about this week because I got the free hit chip. That's the strategy that I went for. A lot of people's got different strategies. Do what's best for your team. And this was best for my team. It might work out well, it might not. And so yeah, I'm definitely going to go out and use the free hit and get an amazing starting 11. And I might get some few bench players as well, just in case mode, if there are some postponements. So let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. As you can see, I've got 2 free transfers. I've got 4.1 in the bank. Now I can make free transfers, and I could do that. You know, I could go and get Jamie Vardy. I could go and try and get in Kevin De Bruyne. But with the free hit, I can pretty much go for any player that I want that plays in that game week. And there's a lot of differentials there. And let's just remove all of these players here. There we go. And with the Manchester City side, right, it's very difficult to predict who is going to start. But because of the, you know, the illnesses, because, you know, like postponements and, you know, in the cup games, we might be able to figure out who might actually play the next game. Now, on this list, I'm definitely going to bring Kevin De Bruyne. It's probably going to be Sterling as well, right? And one of the defense, so maybe Cancelo. Not every single manager that is not free hitting is going to have these 3 players, because it's difficult to do that. You don't want to remove players like Salah or Bruno Fernandes, Song, or any other midfielder, you know, to get these players in, because the players that you're removing out will definitely help you out anyway. But with the free hit, I can go for it. I can remove Salah and get Salah back in my team for game week 19. So that's the idea. So let's just say I go for 3 Manchester City players. I found out that all of these players I actually had a good rest in the cup games. This will give me a good idea on who's going to start. Let's have a quick look on Arsenal players. People are not going to get an Arsenal player for the next few game weeks. They're probably going to go and get them for this game week only. So Tini is a fantastic choice. Then you got Saka. That is 5.3. I'm not expecting him to score a lot of goals, but because him being 5.3 is going to help me to kind of build a good team around him. And you look at this fixtures, you look at Sheffield United against Newcastle. I don't think that Sheffield United can score. So looking at that Newcastle defense, getting one of the defenders, and Callum Wilson. And there we go. So I'm slowly like building the team. Next up, we got Burnley against Manchester United. A lot of people will bring Manchester United players. I brought in Wan-Bissaka and Fernandes. We move on to Wolves against Everton. I think that Wolves actually will beat Everton. I'm looking at Sice. Let's just add Sice in the team just for now. Just to create a team. We will remove all these players in a sec and create the team. You know, create it like in a way where we have some bench players and a good starting 11. Then we got these Manchester City players. Like I said, you know, Sterling, De Bruyne, Cancelo, maybe another defender. Maybe instead of Sterling, you can go for another defense there. Got Aston Villa versus Spurs. I'm looking at Song. I'm looking at Harry Kane. Let's go for, there we go. Yes, these are going to be highly owned, so I need them in my team so I don't lose those ranks. And there we go. We're slowly building the team. And then we got Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace has been doing well, but Arsenal has been doing well as well. So I'm looking at Tini. You know, I'm looking at Saka. And there we go. So there we go. I kind of built the team for the blank game week 18. So now I got the players that I actually really would love to have in my team. Popular players. You know, if you think about it, yes, they're going to be popular, but they're still going to be low owned. Like Saka here, 8%. You got Sterling here with 4.9. I don't think Sterling's ownership is going to go up to about 10 for the blank game week. I doubt that that's the case. You know, that's a massive differential. And now what I will do is basically fill in the gaps, right? As you can see, I got a little bit of money in there. Let's just fill in the gaps for now. We got who we have. There we go. Goalkeeper, it doesn't matter. 4.0 goalkeeper that doesn't play is fine. And let's just put Martinez back in the team just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of it. And now, this is basically something that I'm thinking about. And as you can see, I can't create this team. I need to slowly chop and change. Now I have to think to myself, okay, what am I going to go with? Am I going to go with 4 at the back? Am I going to go with 3 at the back? Am I going to go with 5 in the midfield? And this is where the cup games, you know, are important, because if I find out there are some injuries, and that might change my plans, and I'll have to switch my players around. So okay, for now, let's just remove Wan-Bissaka for now, right? Wan-Bissaka for now. I might bring him. I'm just, you know, trying something different here, and get a player like Mitchell back in the team. As you can see, 3.9 is going to help me out. Okay, switching and chopping, changing. Now that's 4 at the back. Do I want 4? If I go for 4, I need to go for another 4 here. So I need to remove one of these players. Let's just say I remove Saka and I go and get a really cheap midfielder. Can I? 2.4. Yeah, you see that? So this is what you got to do. Chop and change, right? Is the way to go. Let me just add Saka back in the team, because I am just doing something here. Where is he? There we go. So let's just say I want this midfield. I need to make some sacrifice. And if that's the case, I need to remove one of the defense here to kind of chop and change. I probably will play Fernandes there against Sheffield United. Keep changing. Get some cheap players that are not going to play. I don't know, something like this. Or actually, there we go. Why not? And it's still the case. So this means that there are some problems in the midfield. There's quite a lot of money there in the midfield. Maybe I can remove Sterling. I got 9.7. I can go and get like maybe Mahrez or something, because, you know, there might be an issue where in the cup that Sterling plays and Mahrez is benched. Maybe that will give us a chance to kind of like figure out the team setup for the blank game week 18 for Manchester City. And this could give me a team like this. Then as you can see, I remove all these players for now just to show you guys how my team will look like. We've got the 3-5-2 formation. So this is the kind of the plan that I'm going with. I've got the players that I kind of need. The Manchester City players will change around depending on who's had a rest and who's ready to go. But like Son and Kane, Fernandes, you've got Saka and Tini. We got the 2 Newcastle players. Now the goalkeeper is the place that I really want to change. Maybe Leno there would be a great shout. They're all differential guys, except for the Son and Kane. The Son and Kane is in there, so I don't drop a lot in the ranks. Now I don't have to go with this team. I can do something a little bit different. I can just go, you know what? Instead of Mahrez, I can go for a cheap midfielder that maybe plays. I've got to look for a player that might play, guys. I haven't really looked into it, who might play, so I'm just going to pick a player at random. Actually, the Sheffield United players might have a chance. So let's just bring in Norwood for now. You know, the player's going to be on my bench. And then I can remove my attacker there. And if I want a third striker, I can look into bringing in like Martial or something. And there we go. And we got the decent, there we go, money in the bank as well. Let's just remove these players. That just shows how the team will look like. And there we go, we've got a 3-4-3 formation. So it all depends on the cup games. You know, that would give us a chance to kind of figure out who will play, chance to figure out who is injured, who's not. And if I wait towards the deadline, I'll be able to kind of like adapt to any kind of problems that we might hear. If there are any postponements, I do like, what I would like to have is actually a plain bench, cheap plain bench, just in case. And I will be ahead of a lot of people who hasn't free hit it, because they will have players like Bissouma, they will have players like Mitchell, they will have players that like might not get big returns, might just get one. Maybe, you know, they might just come off the bench for another player or something. For me, I'm getting a decent players here that will get probably big returns, or has a chance to get big returns. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. Early days. I'm going to be looking into this a little bit more. This was quite fun for me to do. So I will be creating a free hit drafts for a lot of people. So that's the next video for you guys. Okay. I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that this has given you some kind of ideas, some plan or way to do things. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Hope you guys will have a fantastic game week. I've still got 3 players left. Hoping that one of my players doesn't play, then I can get Souček off the bench. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. And I'll see you guys next time. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and always drop a like on the video. Thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.